Some guy like pulled my beads, and I was like, yo, stay right here. I'm gonna come back and shoot you. He's like, yeah, I'll be right here waiting.
Why do you think it's so violent in there?
People came in and like tied us up and robbed us.
What was it like as a Crip on Rikers?
I got shot in my face.
Tell us the story. What happens? How do you get shot? Jayson Rame Albertorio went from running the streets of New York with the Crips to surviving Rikers Island as a teenager to getting shot in the face in Los Angeles and locked up in LA County Jail. This is one of the rawest survival stories you'll ever hear. Rame, welcome to Locked In. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, thanks to your team for reaching out. And I want to plug in the new movie you got coming out, the Lake George movie, if you want to tell the audience about that.
Man. It's a story. It's based on true events, you know, crazy stuff that happened about me getting locked up, crazy stuff, you know. You guys got to check it out. You got to see it to believe it.
Yeah, we'll have the trailer and everything and the details about that in the description of this episode. And thanks for the merch. I got my official Lake George merch.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I just saw the trailer and it looks sick, man. It's really well done.
Nah, it's official tissue.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Nah, it's good. It was all on AMC's worldwide.
But the movie's not actually out yet, right?
Not like officially, like.
Just like the premiere for it?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up on the Lower East Side, LES.
What was that like growing up there?
It was like different. Now it's like gentrified, but before it was very hood, like Spanish area.
Who'd you grow up with?
I grew up like with a single mom, you know, just my mom and me.
What'd she do for work?
She was like, she worked for Parole and like Police Plaza.
Like HR or?
Not like clerical.
Okay. For the police?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I went to the streets. It's crazy, right?
And no siblings?
Nah, I'm the only child. I mean, I have like 7 other than from the father's side, but from mom, I'm the only one.
What's your ethnicity, your background?
Me? I'm Puerto Rican Italian.
Okay. And where was your dad?
My dad was always locked up.
From a young age?
Yeah.
Did you have any relationship with him?
Not really, because he came out when I was older, and I felt like I didn't really need him in my life then.
What did your mom tell you about your dad when you were a kid?
You know, that he was no good. You know, she brainwashed me young.
I mean, was it a good thing or a bad thing at the time?
I think it was bad. You know, you should never shit on your dad. I feel like most kids look up to their dad, you know? So having that as a child made me, like, I think go more into the streets.
Did you have a lot of friends that had both parents in the picture?
Nah, growing up in the hood is always single parents.
So you didn't feel like an outcast for not having your dad?
Nah, that's why like everyone just goes towards in the hood. That's why it's more together because everyone's like the same.
Is it more common for a single mom household rather than a single dad?
Yeah, you never really see single dads.
Why do you think that is?
I don't really know. I don't want to really get into that.
So how would people describe you when you were a kid, like a young teenager?
I don't know. I was pretty like ruthless. Cause growing up, it was all Spanish area, and I like looked predominantly white, so I had to like prove myself more than like a regular person did.
Why do you think you had to prove yourself more?
I don't know. People tested me more.
When was the first time you ever got tested?
I was like 11. You know, people always call me white boy. I didn't really like that growing up. I knew Spanish very well.
So what would you do to them when they called you white boy?
Spit in their face, yeah. Prove my own. You know, I had to like hold my own. Like,
Do you feel like you were a violent or angry person?
yeah. I used to get beat, so I guess I used to project that to other people from home.
Who beat you, your mom?
Yeah.
Why would she beat you?
Because she used to work most of the days, so I used to cut school, and everyone used to come to my house and party. Always throw, like, hooky parties and shit. Sometimes you smell, like, weed, or, like, extra people still be there when she comes home. You know, skipping school, bad grades.
Why do you think school didn't interest you at the time?
I had, like, a low attention span. I just hated being told what to do.
Did you end up finishing high school or you left early?
Nah, I dropped out as soon as possible. I was like 15.
And when's the first time you ever got into trouble?
15.
There's a direct correlation between dropping out and getting in trouble. So what happens?
Man, I used to be in a gang, and you rep your colors and you wear crates. Some guy like pulled my beads, and I was like, "Yo, stay right here. I'm gonna come back and shoot you." He's like, "Yeah, I'll be right here waiting." And I came back with a gun. I tried to shoot him, not knowing it was like a 44 Bulldog, and I was very skinny. And when I tried to shoot him, it went right over his head. And that's when I got caught by the police. They didn't find the gun because I like threw it. But I got like a reckless endangerment. And I got like 6 months in adolescence and then 5 years probation.
Have you ever used a gun before that?
Nah,
Where did you even get access to a gun from?
the hood is, you got money or you get money, you could buy a gun anywhere.
What gang were you affiliated with?
I was affiliated with the Crips.
And how do you get recruited to the Crips?
My neighborhood was predominantly Crip. So it's like when you see everyone Crip, you just want to join what's popular.
Did you feel like it was family oriented?
Very family oriented. Because you have like an older brother, and people got your back. Even though they jumped you more than enough time to get you strong, but felt like to build tougher skin. But it was very family orientated.
Yeah, why do they call it a brotherhood, but they'll still beat the crap out of you?
Well, when you Crip, you're like predominantly not as much popular like other gangs. So you got to get used to fighting like about 5 to 6 people to one. It's like Bloods is like 6 to 1 with Crips. So if you keep getting jumped, you get used to fighting more than one people. So when it's time to fight Blood people, you're already used to fighting 5 people. So it's nothing, Getting jumped by 5 people when you getting jumped every week by your own homies, you ready for that war.
How'd your mom feel about you being associated with the gang? She must have known.
Oh yeah, she wasn't a fan.
Was she someone that was against street life and everything it stood for?
She was predominantly strict till I was like 14, 15. Like that's when she stopped hitting me, and I was just like not having it no more.
Do you think she gave up on you?
Yeah.
And do you think she hit you out of love to try to make you a better person?
Yeah, she wanted me to like do right, like be like graduate, do the right thing, go to college, get a good job.
Do you think the hitting you made you do the opposite, made you
Most
rebel?
definitely. And with strict parents, you just learn how to like hide better,
What's something you wish she should have, or you wish she did do back then
I don't know.
instead of hitting you?
Supported me more, I guess. Especially with like everything I did. She always found the bad in it.
You felt unsupported?
Yeah. And she was always at work, so I was just doing me.
Did you ever work a normal job as a kid, or was it always just street life?
Nah, I never had a job until I like got released from prison.
Wow. All right, so that shooting happens and they send you to a juvenile detention facility?
Yeah. I went to Spofford, then Horizons.
That place has a bad rep, Spofford.
Yeah.
Tell us about your experience there.
Oh, it was just a lot of fighting, And then you see all your friends. It's like school, but with badder kids.
Do you think you learned more about criminal behavior in there?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
What were some things you learned in there?
Like how to make knives and blades, hide stuff well.
Why do you think it's so violent in there?
Because those are all kids growing up without parents in the streets, New York wasn't... I feel like Bloomberg like changed New York. Before Bloomberg, New York was pretty wild.
So you think he made it better?
Nah, he just put more cops.
And your era was before Bloomberg?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do the 6 months there, you get out, you're on probation. Do you go back to school or what happens?
I went to like a GED. Then I didn't like GED. I did some program called Vested. It's like some trade shit. If you're like in a resource room or special ed, they send you to Vested programs. You could get trade. I got like a building maintenance to be like a... What the fuck is it called?
Like a super?
Yeah, like to be a super, all the basics. And like I did that successfully, but every job interview I went to, they just look at me and just never hire me. Just that one look. They just judged me off my look. So I just did that for no reason. I felt like it was a waste of time. But I went back to GED school and I actually completed it this time.
When you say look, how did you look back then?
I used to always have like braids and grills. I was more like, I guess like a hood Spanish dude. You know, poppy shampoo.
Who was that? What was that rapper, the white rapper that did that back in the day?
Oh, what was it?
Vanilla Ice or?
Oh, Riff Raff.
Riff Raff. Yeah, that's
Riff
who it was.
Raff,
Yeah.
the cornball.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. He had the good shape up though.
How did your mom feel about your presentation?
Nah, she used to hate it. She'd always be like, yo, pick up your pants. Why you buying long shirts? You know, before everyone used to be baggy. She used to not like it. She hated my friends. But I was too like deep involved into the streets. It was already done.
What was the first crime you committed after that juvenile detention stint?
Nah, I was actually doing pretty good. I wasn't getting caught.
So you were committing crimes, but you didn't get caught.
And I was skateboarding more. I started like to skateboard and stuff.
Was that like a passion?
Yeah, it kind of got me out the hood a little. But, you know, eventually after skateboarding, still got to ride right back to the projects. So it's like, it's like getting out the hood, skating with like cool people, seeing different life, then going right back to misery, you know?
So do you think there was a part of you that genuinely wanted to get out of the hood in your circumstances at the time?
Yeah, definitely. Like, once I started seeing other people and like how the way they live, I was like, damn, I want to be like that.
So what do you think always held you back from accomplishing that?
I mean, not having the money.
But there's ways to get money.
Oh, yeah.
Working a job.
That's when I started hustling.
So you started hustling at that point?
Yeah.
What are you, like 16, 17?
Yeah.
Guys, enter the room hog first. Blue Chew isn't just a tablet, it's a cheat code for your crouch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting, like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk and lifetime gym membership. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. Now let me tell you, last time I used one of Blue Chew's tablets, my girlfriend looked at me like I was auditioning for a Marvel movie. My hog basically had its own theme song. The neighbors probably thought we were blasting movie trailers. Forget Iron Man, call me the Iron Rod. Guys, this isn't just about performance, this is about legacy, or should I say, third leg-a-cy. Give her group chat something to talk about. You know when you lay it down, they're talking about how it gets up. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. Discover your options at BlueChew.com, and we've got a special deal for our listeners. As always, get your first month of Blue Chew free. Just use promo code LOCKEDIN at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to BlueChew.com for details and safety info. And also, big thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Now, I got to go run and get me some Blue Chew. All right, tell us about your start of hustling.
Well, there was like an older OG like in my hood. He asked me if I had a mailbox key. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, so listen, I'm going to put drugs in your mailbox. I'm going to call you every time someone's downstairs. All you got to do is just open your mailbox, take whatever's in there and give it to them. And then you get like $1 a bag. And it was like nickels of crack. So you get $1 from each bag. And I was making like $400 or $500 a day just from this guy using my mailbox.
It's pretty good money for a kid.
Yeah, it was great.
How long did that go on for?
Like 2 years.
And did you get caught for that? Or?
Nah, they started putting cameras in the projects.
So that brings you to about 18.
Yeah.
What happens at 18? Where do you go?
I got a girl pregnant.
By accident or purpose?
Nah, it wasn't on purpose. It was just by the grace of God, I guess.
And did you end up having the kid?
Yeah.
So then you become a father at 18.
Yep.
What's your plans for the future at that point?
I was going to hustle harder.
You didn't think that a kid would make you want to kind of
man,
change?
I wanted my kid to be just as wild as me, maybe crazier, you know? I was on my way to being like an OG. He was going to like hold my legacy.
And what does an OG mean in Crip world?
Like original gangster.
Is that like top of the food chain in the Crips?
It's like a goal you want to get to.
And
You have to like go to jail first.
to become an OG?
Yeah.
Now, in these gangs, do they pay you, or it's just you have to bring your own hustle to it and you chip them
I
off?
mean, they're the ones who provide the drugs and guns. And like every month, you like to chip an allowance to buy more guns.
And everyone just contributes from their own hustles.
Yeah, and whoever contributes the less is the one who gets beat up the most.
How much would you have to contribute? Say you were making that $500 a day. What are you giving them
Like 100.
each day?
Oh no. Like a week.
Okay.
You never tell them exactly how much you make. You know, people get jealous. No one wants to like see you do better than them.
And does being in the Crips give you like protection to conduct your business?
Yeah, most definitely. Because if something happens to me, just a quick phone call, I could get like 10 people right there in a second.
Did anything ever happen to you
Yeah.
when you were young?
Yeah.
What happens?
The first time I actually ever tried to do it, some guy was like, I want 6. And I was counting it. And he just grabbed it from me and ran out the building. And once I got out the building, he just disappeared. I was like, where the fuck did he go? I swear to God, it was like, crackheads then were just elite. They're not like how they are these days. And then when I told the big homie, I obviously got jumped for it. And I had to pay that $30.
And what happens to him? Did you guys ever find him?
Nah, man.
So you get jumped and have to pay $30.
Yeah. Sucks, right?
How bad do they beat you up for something like that?
Bad. You just gotta like ride up the elevator. Up 13 flights, down 13 flights. 4 people on each side, you in the middle.
Wait, what? You go into the elevator and they beat you up for 13
Yeah,
flights?
you got it. But you get to fight back. If you don't fight back, you get kicked out the gang. They don't want no like wimps.
So the fight lasts as long as it goes up and
Yeah,
down?
you get stuck. You fighting till the cops or a fireman come.
Doesn't it stop at different floors, though?
Oh, yeah. A bit like if a regular person come in and we stop and just act like nothing happened. We're all sweaty and swelled up.
And then you shut the door and then they go back to fighting again.
No, if someone comes in, we just redo it. Yeah.
No one ever says anything?
You ready to ride that elevator? It's like a saying.
Wow. What was the worst?
You eventually start wanting to, yeah. Because a lot of people start fucking up and they're just like, all right, I'll go in the elevator. Like they already know what's up.
And you thought it was cool to live this way at the time?
Yeah, I don't know why. Thinking back at it, it's fucked up.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be around people that just beat me up, you know?
Yeah, at the time, I thought I was with like real family, you know? But to be honest, I wasn't. I was with like a dumber, older person just telling us young kids what to do. You know, yo, you're 16. You can shoot guns. You're not going to catch a felony. You're going to get like a youthful offender. So just always be ready. Have a gun on you. After 18, you get charged as an adult. So, you know, us young kids was always the ones with the guns.
And what happens when you turn 18?
Oh, that's when you start getting felonies and time starts being real.
Do you stay in New York or do you move somewhere else?
Nah, at least time you're like upstate.
No, like you personally in your life, where'd you go?
Oh, unless you get a job or want to get out the hood or able to get out the hood, you stay right where you are.
So what were you doing once you turned 18?
I was trying to skate more because I was getting better at it and not being in the hood as much. And my mom had kicked me out because she kept finding guns and she just wasn't, she was scared, like, and I was like, started to respect it. I had a son in the house, like, I didn't want people coming into my house looking for me, trying to, you know, and then my mom gets hurt. Because I had that happen once, like, people came in and, like, tied us up and robbed us and stuff. And it was like a wake-up call, like, damn, put my mom at risk. Can't really do this, you know?
Tell us that story about being tied up and robbed.
So, I used to bang on my wall on the stair, in the hallway, and I'll hear it in my door, and I'll go and sell. out the door. And just people knew that. So it was just getting to a point, I was getting like too much money. Like I was flashy. And other people like started like noticing. And one day I heard the bang, I'm like, oh, I opened the door and just boom, pistol whip. They tied me up, they tied my mom up, took all the drugs. And me and my mom was tied up till like homies came and was like, yo, what's up, Rame? Pull up to the meeting. Like they see my door open, they walk in, see me and my mom tied up. It was war after that, but putting her into that like type of danger kind of like was a wake up call.
How'd your mom react to that?
Oh, she kicked me out immediately.
She knew you were selling drugs out of the house?
Yeah, I used to give her money.
And she allowed it because you gave her money?
Yeah, it's giving like $1,000 a week. She didn't even make 700 in 2 weeks.
What kind of drugs were you selling?
I was selling like weed and crack. That's it.
So you have the kid when you're 18. Are you still hustling? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm hustling more, but now I'm hustling in the skate park. Cell phones is more. Everyone has them. So I'm going up more off the phone. I'm doing more deliveries. I'm not in the hood as much. Still, like at the end of the day, I gotta go back, but I'm outside.
How long does that go on for?
Not that many long, because I started living in Jersey. My mom eventually adopted my son. So I used to just go there to watch him and then go back to Jersey.
Do you think you were a good dad?
Yeah.
Even back then?
Yeah.
Even given the life you were living?
Yeah. My baby mother had to go to school, so I used to have to be there every morning. While she was in school, I was watching them.
Did you guys stay together throughout the whole thing?
Nah, we was never really together.
Did you guys live together?
She lived with my mom.
Okay, she moved in with your mom.
Yeah.
Did they have a close relationship?
Not really. She didn't really like me, so she didn't like my mom. But, foster care was just giving her money and my mom money, so they dealt with it.
So you moved to New Jersey, then what?
Oh, then eventually, like the Crips, we started getting more money. We driving cars now, buying more guns. Eventually, start robbing people. And I went to jail for a serious crime.
Who were you robbing?
Drug dealers.
Tell us how you would rob a drug dealer.
But we would rob like white drug dealers, like people that was rich, that didn't need to sell drugs, They were just doing it like to look cool and shit. It's like, yo, bro, you don't need to do that. You're already cool. Like, stop trying to fit in. So people hustle to like survive. You're hustling to like try to fit in. You don't even need to do that. So, we pray on the week. And then, I was always like the skateboarder, so they like kind of trust me more. They were like, oh yeah, we could tell him, yo, we have pounds of weight. I tell people in my hood, like, yo, this guy got pounds, let's get him. But with robbery, you spend money faster. The faster you get it, the faster you spend it.
So how would these robberies actually go down? Like once you find the victim, the white guy to rob?
Yeah, we'll buy like, build a relationship till they trust us. Then they eventually like show us where they live. I always be the one like, yo, I need like 10 pounds. I'll be, oh yeah, come through. I'll come through, count some money, and then I'll just open the door, go back, and then like 4 other motherfuckers run in with guns. Sometimes I act like I'm getting robbed too. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, motherfucker, you deserve this. Get the fuck out of New York. It'd be most of the dudes from Cali like coming over here. It was never like other hood dudes. You respect like a hustler, especially if you came from the bottom.
And most of the time you're just robbing them for the drugs because they probably
Yeah.
don't have cash on them when they're coming to meet you with drugs.
I mean, they have cash, but we're not like taking like TVs and none of that shit. Because we're like, you can't report the drugs. But you actually robbing a drug dealer, you can still fucking go to jail for robbery. Found out the hard way.
Tell us about how you got caught.
This time I really wasn't involved in this robbery. I just set it up. The dealer got shot. I just told the dude, like, oh, my friend needs, like, a bunch of pounds. Can you meet him? So address. And I told him, like, what to do, where, how he looks. Everything was, like, good. And I was just hanging out with my girl. And I was just, like, gonna get, like, minimum, but, like, a good enough amount from the robbery. But eventually, like, the dude was reaching for something, and one of the guys shoot him. And from there on, it just went real bad.
Where does he get shot at?
Like, in the thigh twice.
And what happens as soon as he gets
He's
shot?
a fucking ex-Marine. Because when the dude shot him, tried to run away, he tripped and fell. The Marine jumped on my friend and grabbed the gun and was gonna, like, shoot, but the shit jammed. But he, like, beat my friend. Yo, he had, like, 80 stitches on his head. And he was, like, crazy. I was like, damn, I didn't even know. But I remember getting locked up, like, 2 weeks later. And it was basically saying, like, we robbed the Marine. Because his cell phone got damaged. So it was basically like we tried to rob his cell phone. They didn't even, like, bring up the drugs.
How did the robbery get linked back to you?
Text messages.
Between your friends?
Yeah.
Because they got caught first?
Yeah.
And did your friends flip on you, or?
One of them.
And he was a Crip too?
Nah.
Oh. So you were doing this unrelated to the Crips?
You only had, like, 2 of them.
Okay. So tell us about when they picked you up.
Oh, I was just hanging out at my girl's house, and I was selling drugs. Someone was downstairs. They needed, like, an ounce. So I was ready to, like, go serve them. When I opened the door, I just remember just getting slammed on the floor. Boom. And it was, like, a bunch of cops. And I was like, what the fuck? And they, like, arrested my girl, and they started interrogating her and her family. Like, they locked her mom and dad up. It was, like, crazy. And she was, like, a little white girl. She didn't know anything. I, like, kind of reversed the robbery, act like it was something not as much. So whatever she told them was, like, bullshit, 'cause she didn't really know. But they had everything on text messages. They knew what happened.
And who picked you up, the NYPD, or is this in New Jersey?
Yeah, NYPD.
So you're back in New York at this point?
Yeah. I just lived in Jersey. I was in Hoboken, take the PATH train. Back then, it was cheaper rent.
What'd they charge you with?
Robbery in the first degree.
And because you have a record from your juvenile, you got some prison time for it?
Nah, a juvenile and all that, like, you get, like, youthful offender status, and they don't show.
Okay. So how much time do you got for this?
I get, like, 5 years.
And where do they send you?
I was in Rikers Island for, like, 16 months fighting the case. They were trying to give me, like, 15 years. They was trying to say I was, like, the head organizer, like, why older people are listening to this young kid to do, like, crazy activities. They thought I was, like, powerful.
What was it like as a Crip on Rikers?
The worst experience of my life.
Day one, what happens?
People when you go into, like, the dorm areas, Rikers Island is just straight bloods. Crips is, like, non-existent. They have Crip houses, but it's, like, PC. There's, like, 2 of them in each building. I didn't know this. I just knew the jail. But, like, bloods will go into the gate right before you, like, enter it. They'll be like, yo, what's up, cuz? They'll act like they're Crips. And then you'll be like, oh, shit. And you throw up your set. And then once you go in there, beat your ass up. Sometimes they try to even cut you.
And what happens to you?
You get sent to another dorm. And that was like an ongoing cycle till you eventually tell them, like, oh, shit, I'm in this gang. And they send you to, like, the Crip house.
And how many are there? Crips are the minority in there.
Oh, yeah.
Why are Crips a minority?
Guess we're better at doing crime. We don't get caught.
You really think that's the case?
Yeah, definitely.
And why? Do you know about the rivalry between the Bloods and the Crips? Like, why that is?
There's some West Coast shit. In the streets of New York, it's not that as bad. I fought more Crips than Bloods. But in jail, it's crazy.
So in jail, they don't get along at all, the Crips and the Bloods. What about Crips and Crips? Do you guys get along?
Sometimes. Sometimes you might be in a fake Crip hood, you know? Like, some of those, like, neighborhoods aren't real, and they just made up. So, another Crip will, like, they'll test you on knowledge and shit. And if you don't know your shit, you're obviously gonna get fucked up.
What was the most violent thing you had to experience at Rikers as a Crip?
Almost getting cut.
Tell us the story.
I was brushing my teeth. I was in another dorm, and a blood dude tried to cut me, and I just felt like the blade. I just like went with it, and I just seen it, and I just started fighting. I got jumped. At least I didn't really get cut. Everyone cuts at Rikers Island. It's like razor tag. Like, people can't wait to cut you.
And they treat it just like it's a game.
Yeah, you know.
And what do they get? Brownie points for cutting someone?
Mm-hmm. Cut a Crip, you like become like higher status, I guess.
And are you keeping track of all the people you cut?
Not really.
What do the guards do when you cut someone? Do you go to solitary?
Yeah, go to the box.
How much time did you spend in the box?
Like 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
All throughout those 18 months at Rikers?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then you get sentenced to 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years.
And you go upstate?
Yep.
What was that like?
Better. Still bad, but not like Rikers Island.
Is it gang-oriented upstate?
Yeah, but you have every other gang. So it's not predominantly blood. I mean, blood still outrun everyone else, but you got like Kings, you got Patrias, all the other gangs and a bunch of white gangs. Because New York, you got all upstate New York. Like, people forget about, they're upstate too, you know?
Who's the biggest gang in New York prisons?
Bloods. I guess the dumbest gang.
And even in the prisons itself, not like a jail like Rikers, they don't treat the Crips well?
Nah. Usually most Crips turn Muslim.
For protection? Or
Yeah.
why does the Muslim community protect them?
Because Muslims, for some reason, in jail are big. It's like a gang.
The Muslim community?
Yeah.
Yeah, in federal prison, there was like a whole car of Muslims, and they kind of all stick together.
It's like a gang itself.
So after you do your time in prison, where do you go? Do you go back to the city, or do you go somewhere else?
I went back to the city.
And are you getting back in trouble?
Nah, I denounced. I did over like 10 years of Crip. I got to like G status. I had people under me. I feel like I accomplished what I wanted to in my gang life. I was over it. So I just folded my flag. People respected it.
What does that mean?
It's like I'm not active no more. You know, after 10 years, you could do that.
And do you have to get jumped out?
Nah. If it was before those times, you could get jumped out. Sometimes they jump you out real bad to let it be like a lesson. Like, you can't really get out of this. They'll break your legs.
What was your plans for after leaving the Crips?
Like, I wanted to, because they didn't do nothing for me in jail. No one wrote me. No one sent me money. Like, all the shit I did for them in the streets, I was in jail by myself. Only my girlfriend and my mom was there.
You realize it's not as much of a brotherhood and
Yeah,
family.
I was like, damn, what the fuck happened? I was ready to kill for these guys, and I won't even get a letter back.
How old were you when you got out of prison?
23.
And where do you go from there?
I went back to my mom's.
And she was willing to take you back?
Yeah.
Did she notice a change in you?
Yeah. Because I utilized upstate. I was just working out, reading. I stayed focused. Wasn't getting into trouble. I just wanted to, like, be free. It's just nothing but fucking retarded men. Like, the worst of the worst. The fucking bozos of all bozos. You hate that shit. Like, I hate being around men. Like, even this car right now, riding up here, this is the most I've been around men in years.
You've been with a lot of men.
Shit.
You guys
I
rolled
haven't
in
been
deep.
with no men, actually. But being around men is like the worst thing in the world.
You guys
I'm
rolled in
actually
deep.
around mad bitches and hoes. Trust me, if you know me,
Well, you
I
guys don't
stay
got
with the hoes.
you guys don't got one girl out there you rolled up with.
Yeah, that's their problem. They
You're
picked
riding
me
with
up.
them.
Word. I was trying to bring some bitches. To be honest, I was about to bring 2 with me.
So, 23, what are you doing for work? You're living with your mom, you renounced gang life.
Oh, I started working for City Bike.
Doing what?
I was a bike mechanic.
Really?
Yeah.
So what, do you drive to the different bikes and fix them in New York City?
Nah, we fix like all the flats and shit. All that new shit where the guys come and fix them, that's new. Before, we work in the factory and like just fix the unactive bikes.
Was that a good paying job?
Yeah, it was really good.
How long did you do that for?
For like a year and a half.
And what happens after that?
Eventually I was working, when I got out of jail, one of my friends became a famous artist and I started working with him. And I was actually getting more money working with him than City Bike. So I was just hanging out in this ill-ass loft with my famous artist friend.
And what were you doing for him?
I was basically like his assistant. But he was paying me well. I was around dope models and famous people, dope loft in Soho,
What kind of famous people?
like ASAP Rocky and shit.
And how did you get linked up with this guy?
He was like one of my skateboard homies.
That just got famous? While
Yeah,
you were
when I was in
prison?
jail, shit, those 4.5 years I was in there, made those 4.5 years count in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Most of my friends, besides the hood ones, but like all my like other friends, they did well. Like everyone prospered.
Did that inspire you to do better?
Yeah, it made me want to just. I felt like I would have been someone or something, or like a professional skater or something.
So what happens with this art gig?
My friend Hokula, he's a dope artist. So I'm just around like the industry people. So I just started doing art because his shit was like really bad. But he's selling it for like $20K. I'm like, yeah, I could do this way better. So I eventually started doing art, and he didn't care as long as like I took care of like his stuff. And I started doing my own. Like, he threw an art show for me, and it was very successful. Like people bought it, but then I feel like he started getting like jealous. You know, like he started thinking like, damn, this guy might outshine me, younger, handsomer. And like he used to always have like models. They always like young, 19, 20. They're more my age, so they always want to hang out with me. And I used to be like, damn, yo, bro, get away from me. This guy's gonna get mad. Trying to stay loyal. But they always just cling more to me, and just eventually started being a lit artist myself.
And do you stay in New York while you're starting your art career?
I'm in New York for life.
But don't you end up in California at some point?
Yeah, because eventually they switched my parole. I had some guy for 3 years. I was doing great in parole, and then they gave me some old lady, and she was a bitch. I went to Cali with my friends to just go skate, and when I came back, like I told parole, and like everything was good. And the whole time, 3 years, I was smoking weed. Like nothing was ever bad. But as soon as I came back, I had a new PO. She piss tested me. This is before weed was legal. And she's like, oh, you're gonna have to do a drug program. I'm like, damn, I just had permission to go to Cali. Like, what happens in Cali? Like, everyone smokes weed. Like, fuck. Yeah, she was a bitch. And she kept trying to send me this drug program. I tried it, and it just made me feel like jail again. And eventually, I just said, fuck parole, and I ran. While I was in Cali for those 2 weeks, I met like a lot of good connections. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try Cali life.
So you go on the run to Cali.
Yeah.
And are you still 23 or is this a little later?
I'm like 26 now.
Okay, so you had a good 3-year run in New York. You're doing well. And then this incident happens and you go to California.
Yeah, I was there for like 9 months, chilling, lit.
What are the charges for escaping parole or probation?
It's just like a violation. It's not that serious.
So it's not like a felony or anything?
Nah, it's absconding. Like the marshals, like they treat it like you're fucking like a killer on the loose, you know?
What about your kid? You were fine with leaving him?
Yeah, I told him. He was a little older then. I was still in contact.
All right, so you get to California. What happens? How do you survive there?
I was living with this girl.
This is a new girl.
There's always a new girl.
You dog.
Wolf, but you know. Yeah, I was just chilling with this girl, and she was just taking care of everything. And then
You
I
got
knew her
yourself
from New
a
York.
sugar mama.
Yeah, I knew her from New York. And she was doing like yoga shit and like holistic healing and all that. So she just always go to New York and like leave me there. And sometimes I'd be there by myself. And eventually, like, I was like, I started getting broke, you know? And she's not answering calls. I'm like, damn, what am I about to do? No, I can't use my name. I'm on the run of parole, you know? Once, like, I try to use my ID or anything, like, job-wise, they'll know my location. So I was basically like a ghost, you know?
And does everything go well in California?
Nah.
What
I
happens?
started messing with other girls. Started thinking, like, back to my old ways, like, damn, do I gotta do this to survive? And I was in, like, a dope Airbnb. It was, like, a famous director. I started thinking, like, this guy probably got a safe in here. Only, like, old me would think that. But, you know, you gotta survive. So I was looking for this safe. Like, what director in Cali don't have a safe in his house? Couldn't find it for a while. Then I found it.
How did you end up in this guy's Airbnb?
The girl I was messing with, that's where she lived.
With this director?
Yep.
How is she related to the director?
She just Airbnb'd it.
Oh, from the director.
Yeah.
So why would he have a safe in his house that he's not living in?
Why not?
Well, I wouldn't. If I'm have an Airbnb, I'm not renting someone something.
You think someone's gonna break into your safe if you're not home?
I don't know. It seems a little odd to have a safe in an Airbnb.
Yeah, it wasn't much in it. I mean, it was more than enough I needed.
So you find the safe. How do you break into it?
I had a friend that's like a locksmith. He like FaceTimed me, and we was just on the call, and he like showed me what to do. File down some needles, and I eventually cracked it.
And what was in the safe?
Guns.
He had guns in the safe?
Yeah.
How many guns?
3.
And you steal all of them?
Of course.
And what do you do with these guns?
So 1.
How much do you get for it?
1,000. There's already 1,000 in there. It was like mad Thailand money. I went to currency exchange. It was like $400, but it was like 83,000 baht. That shit it's nothing.
And does the girl know that you broke into the safe?
Nah. She's in New York.
Okay. Wait, she flew back to New York.
Yeah.
All right. So you bust the safe.
That's why I ended up doing it, because she wasn't around. I was broke.
So you break into the safe, you steal these things, you sell it, you make the money, then what happens?
I go broke again. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm about to start robbing plugs out in California. But before that even happened, I meet another girl. I bring her to the house. And we do a bunch of drugs. I end up getting shot.
Tell us the story. What happens? How do you get shot?
I got shot in my face, actually. Crazy story. I was chilling with this girl I used to fuck around with. And when I met her, she was poly. That is when I found out what the fuck poly was. I didn't know what that shit was. She's like, yeah, we're poly. I'm like, what the fuck is poly? I'm thinking Polynesian. And then, we had a threesome. So I will sometimes go over her house, fuck one or the other. Then eventually, the main one fell in love with me. So I was kind of like messing with her more. She catches me fuck her friend again. And then it starts problems. But this one day I was in a bar and she's like, yo, I'm getting off work. Let me come meet you. She meets me and she's just lit. Drunk. We're doing shots and she causes a scene. Some girl like comes in between us, orders a drink, and I like looked at the girl and she's like, oh, she reminds you of this person, right? And I was just like, we gotta bring this up. Like, I thought we was past that. And then she just like slaps all our drinks to the floor and just glass breaks. bartender looks at me like, yo, she gotta go. 'Cause I used to go to this bar like every day. It was like 2 blocks away from where I live. Sports bar, I used to shoot pool there. So I take her outside. And she's like, "What, you want to fuck that girl?" I'm like, "Nah, I want to fuck you." You know, I'm trying to calm her down. And she's like, "Let's go home then, let's fuck." So that's what we did. Everything started being good, but I was doing mad K. She did meth. And that's where I guess things went left. I just remember rolling a blunt, and she just sat on my lap. And she was just like, "You don't think I'll shoot you?" And I was like, "What are you talking about? Why you gonna shoot me?" Then I see she has a gun in her hand, and it's one of the guns I find from the safe. I'm like, "Oh, this is about to go bad." And I'm on K, so my brain is like, "Yo, bro, this is about to go bad. Yo, bro, this is about to go bad." You know, you ever done special K? I don't know. Your mind just starts talking to each other. And I'm like, fuck. Let me take this shit away from her. But this arm is like, she's sitting on it. So I'm like trying to reach. I can't get it. She's like, just, say I won't shoot you. I'm just like, chill. Like, what? Why I gotta get shot? Eventually, it's just pissing me off. I'm like, you won't. She's like, really? Say I won't again. And I was just looked at her, and I was like, you, bah! And that bitch just shot the shit out of me. Yo, I just remember my ears was ringing. Like, and then I'm on K. My mom's like, yo, you got shot. Shit was crazy. All I know is I just spit on the floor, and it was just mad blood and teeth. And this bitch ran out. I don't even know what happened, but she definitely ran out. The gun's on the floor, and I'm bleeding out my mouth. Shot. And I'm just like, what the fuck I'm about to do? I grab the gun, I like take it apart, and then I'm like in the sink, like trying to see what the fuck's going on with this bullet. And that shit's like deep. Something came out of the back of my head. I'm just bleeding a lot. I'm like, what the fuck I'm about to do? Lucky I was on K because I didn't really feel it. It was just mad blood. And it was a lot of blood. So I'm just like, I'm about to sleep this. Because when I looked in the mirror, it didn't look that crazy. A bunch of teeth was gone. So I go lay down. And then the pillow was just wet. I looked, and then the whole pillow soaked with blood. I'm like, oh, this shit is serious. So I just started like stashing the drugs away, and the other gun I grab, I like take it apart. I'm like stashing in sneakers, putting it up in the closets. I'm like just trying to get rid of all the legal shit just in case cops come. And this is Santa Monica. Santa Monica, like West Village. Someone had to call the cops. I told some family members, I'm like, yo, I'm about to die. I told my baby mother, like, yo, tell my son I love him, I'm about to die. There's too much blood. I ran out. I don't remember nothing else but waking up in the hospital like 3 weeks later.
3 weeks later you woke up? They put you in a coma?
Yeah. I had a death certificate.
How bad was your face messed up?
Yeah, it was just more swollen, but it like knocked all my back teeth out.
So the bullet went like through your, like up here, the cheek?
Yeah, and like up and stuck in my head.
I can't believe this girl shot you.
I couldn't believe it either.
All because you were hooking up with her friend that she was having a threesome with you.
In the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like, who would have fucking knew? That's love for you and drugs.
So what happened to this girl? Did they ever catch her?
Yo, you want to know, son? When I woke up out of the fucking coma, I didn't even remember her name. I didn't even remember my last name. I didn't even know my social. I was just like choking on tubes.
So she got away with shooting you?
Yeah.
Wait, to this day she has not been caught?
Nah, they said I shot myself.
They think you shot yourself?
Yeah, but it even says the wound wasn't self-inflicted, but they said I shot myself.
How do you know you didn't just dream this whole thing and there was no girl?
I mean, shit. It's in the UCLA, Santa Monica press.
No, I'm saying that, not that you didn't get shot, but that there was no girl, you know? Like, what
Nah,
if?
it was a girl. Cause the cops they asked me like, what girl? They seen like a girl running out,
Hmm.
and I was just like, you know what? Check the hairbrush, the hair in the hairbrush. That's her. You know, that's all I could have gave them,
So,
and they knew who I was, cause like they did their homework,
when
and it
you
was just like ex-con from New York shoots himself in a robbery. Like they try to say like I was getting robbed, and last minute I want to kill myself instead of getting robbed. It was like crazy.
so when you wake up, are you handcuffed to the hospital bed?
I was like, I pulled the fucking shit out my nose. Like they put the tube. That shit was going on forever. I was choking, and I was like, yo, I jumped off the bed, and my foot got caught. Boom! My ankle was handcuffed. Cause I was gonna run out the hospital.
And this is because they wanted you on the robbery.
Yeah. No, the parole warrant.
Ah, the parole warrant. Okay,
And they found 2 guns in the house.
from the robbery. Did that
No,
guy?
from the shooting.
Oh, from the shooting. Yeah, but weren't those stolen from the Airbnb that you robbed?
Yeah, but they didn't know that.
Oh, they never figured that out.
Nah.
The guy never reported the gun stolen.
Yo, that dude, he reports the gun stolen. I'll have some shit on him. He don't want these problems.
All right. So, when did they finally release you from the hospital, and where do you
Oh,
go?
they don't. They sent me to jail. I was in L.A. County.
LA County's rough.
Yo, jungle, Amazon. That shit was rougher than my 4 years upstate.
How compare LA County to Rikers Island?
There's no comparison. That shit is real. Their gang culture is way crazier than ours. It's a zoo. You hear grown men screaming for their life. Like everyone's in the gang. There's like no regular people.
What was the first thing you witnessed there that you were like, "Oh shit, this is a real
Like
deal"?
first night, I heard some guy screaming for his life. Like, and I know he was getting stabbed up. And I was just like, damn, so this is about to be my life. I'm thinking like I'm about to have to do years here. I'm like, damn, I gotta get used to this shit. And then I'm talking like to people, and they're like, where you from? Like New York. They're like, what gang? I'm like, I'm not in no gang. They're like, oh, yes you are, brother. You better pick a side. And I'm just like, what? Side? I'm like, nah, I'm not banging. I don't want to do no more gang shit. I was already out the gang for years. Just to start gang life in California again, I was not with it.
Did they know you were a Crip from New York though?
Nah,
You didn't tell them?
why would I? Because Crips is run in like California. If you Crip is a black, you gotta run with the blacks. The Crips and Bloods, they don't in jail. They don't beef. They're one. They're in the blacks. I'm Spanish, so I had to run like the Spanish people.
What are the biggest Spanish gangs in the LA County jail?
The only Spanish gang, and they run the whole jail. Serenos,
And who are the Serenos?
like Mexican mafia.
And Mexican.
If you're Spanish, you're Sereno.
And they're popular in the LA County jail.
Oh yeah. If there's 200 in the dorm, they're like 150.
Now, were you planning on staying there for long? Because you just had to get extradited back.
I didn't know New York was gonna come pick me up. It took them 28 days.
You were there for almost a month.
Yeah, if I was there over a month, I would have to stay.
So do you end up joining the Serenos?
Yeah.
And how does that process work? Like from the time they come up to you?
The guy explained it to me. He's like, yo, so when you go to your next spot in intake, he's like, either white people or Spanish people gonna approach you. Blacks obviously ain't, because you're not black. I don't look black. Unless I was like Blood or Crip, and I was like heavy into that, then I would have probably joined the blacks. I wasn't about to join the Crips again after all I'd done for them. I ran with Serenos. I'm like, my Spanish people, I'm gonna chill with my Spanish people. So he's like, yo, the next dorm you go to, just be like, you're Puerto Rican, you want to run with the Serenos, and then from there on, they'll tell you what to do. So once I went into the dorm, you wait. Lo and behold, Spanish people came up to me. They're like, yo, you Spanish? I'm like, yeah. Then they start speaking to me Spanish. I respond. And then they're like, yo, what's your handle? I'm like, Rame. But I was like, I'm gonna go by something else. I'm like, call me Double R. You know? And he's like, all right, so since you're not like a native street Spanish gang, you're like a resident. Just like you're only in this gang in jail. So whenever I like meet other Spanish Sureños, I gotta be like, yo, I'm Double Law resident, Sureños, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna say the rest, you know.
But you didn't have to be a Sereno for that long because you got transported back to New York.
Yeah, but I'm also looking into gun charges. I don't know what I'm about to do.
Oh,
I'm about to do what I have to do to fit in, you know?
What happens to those gun charges?
I don't know. I know they made me sign like a paper. If I ever go back to LA County, I gotta go fight those charges when I was getting extradited.
Oh, so they let him slide?
Nah, New York trumps it all. Like, my main shit, I'm property in New York. I was parole. When you're on parole, you're still like New York property.
How did they transport you back from LA to New York?
Plane?
Commercial?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Lit.
All right, tell us.
So I just got shot in the face, so I was getting like oxycodones, like 20 milligrams. So I was just always mad high. And I just remember right before I boarded the plane, I told the cop, like, yo, can I take my medication? My face hurts. He's like, hell yeah. He's like, threw me the pills. Something like that. And I already jailed, so I like threw the whole bottle, like, wrapped it up, boofed some. And I'm like, yo, fuck, I'm about to die in this plane. I took like 10. I'm going to overdose on this plane. This is going to be a nice ride. Let's see what happens. I slept the whole plane ride. I just remember waking up in New York. The guy's like, yo, what do you want to eat before you go fucking back to Rikers Island? I'm like, oh, shit, I'm here.
How you boofed it right in front of them on the plane?
Nah, they wasn't really watching me. I was like shackled. But yeah,
You shoved it
even
down your
had like a
pants.
knife from LA County Jail. Like, I was ready.
Wait, when you're extradited on a commercial plane, do you go through normal security?
Nah.
You don't go through TSA?
You're handcuffed. How you gonna go through metal detectors and shit?
I didn't think of that.
And like those cops have guns. Like if I try to run, they shoot at me respectfully.
So do they drive you right onto the tarmac?
Yeah.
Do people give you weird looks?
Yeah, I look like some ill Columbine dude. So you had like blonde hair, blue streaks, orange jumpsuit. Everyone's like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, the joke is here. Nah, yeah, they was scared to death. Like people was like trying to move their seats.
What
You look like some ill terrorist, you know?
What happens when you get back?
They put you in Rikers Island.
And how long were you at Rikers for before you got to see a judge?
2 weeks.
And does the judge let you out?
Yeah.
Because it was just a probation violation.
Yeah.
And
Put
what
me
happens?
right back into parole.
And what happens?
I finished it perfectly. Went on with life.
You didn't get the need to run again?
Nah.
You're over that? It was a one and done?
I couldn't speak for like a year. Anyway, my mouth was wired shut. All my food was like pureed. I was just like home.
Yeah, what did you do for food?
Fucking sip. Fucking blended Burger King. Or everything blended.
Was your jaw broken?
Nah, but it was just wired from surgery.
So when you were at Rikers and even LA County, did they have to make you special meals?
Yeah.
And they accommodated you with that?
Yeah.
And did any of the inmates try to mess with you because you were injured?
Nah, I was in medical dorm.
Okay. So you had an easier time.
Yeah. I was just high on drugs. It went by.
So how do you start to turn your life around when you get back on parole and change things?
Oh, man. I just did the drug programs, did all the programs, just did everything right. Just focused on my art. And Meet Hamid kept me on a good path.
What is that path? What are you doing now?
Just living my best life, you know. Lake George. Got a movie about it.
A movie about your whole story?
Yeah. Well, you know, based on true events. We ain't gonna tell them everything.
Do you still do art now?
Yeah.
Is that your full-time gig?
Yeah.
And what about your child?
Shit, he's 18.
He's 8. How old are you now?
35.
You're 35? Are you in his life a lot?
Yeah, it's like my best friend.
What does he do now? Is he going to college?
Yeah, he works at Target.
So you don't want the same path for him anymore?
Oh, nah.
You've
My baby
changed your
mom's had a
perspective?
good job. Like, he didn't grow up in the hood. Like, he's well off. He's a good kid. Like, I'm proud dad. Being from the hood and having a hood son, it's kind of like you're a failure. I can't believe I wanted that at one point. You know what I mean? Thinking about it, I was like, damn, yeah, I was a fucking brainwashed idiot.
What are some of the lessons you've learned throughout your journey?
Don't treat women bad. And just be truthful, be real, you know? You can't get away with shit forever. Eventually you eventually get caught, you know? Being true and right will always, like, succeed, you know what I mean?
What do you want for the future?
I need that artist loft. It'll come. So I could, like, really do big paintings and chill.
Do you think art keeps you out of trouble now?
Yeah, it makes me stay inside and just paint. Just bug out. I don't think about the streets. And all the shit I've done, like, kind of like a legend in the streets now, you know? So I don't really need to be there. I walk through the hood to see people sometimes, and it's just like, yo, Rame, yo, Rame. Like, I'm known in the hood, but I don't really like that recognition. But, you know, it don't bother me.
Do you stay in touch with your mom? You guys
Yeah, I
have a
love
good
my mom.
relationship?
I got a house in Florida from art, you know?
She lives there full time now?
Yeah, she's retired, chilling.
So she's got to see you grow up and do the right thing?
Yeah.
What about your dad? Is he still in prison?
Nah, he died when I came out of prison. I don't really care. Can't live forever.
Where do you see the next 5 years going for you?
I'm gonna get this artist loft. Probably a big distribution and pick up Lake George, like Hulu and Netflix. And then we'll think about the next movie. You know, just keep killing it with the art. Keep chilling with the hoes.
I guess you haven't even learned your lesson about
I
women,
learned
huh?
my lesson. I keep it real with these bitches now. I tell them exactly what's happening. Like, y'all, this is how I'm living. This is how it's gonna be.
Rame, go get yourself a nice woman, a nice girlfriend, you know?
Shit, yo.
Treat her right.
Any nice women, when y'all see this, holla at me.
Well, Rame, I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Yeah, I appreciate being on this show, bro.
Yeah, I wish you the best of luck with the movie and everything you got going.
Thank you, bro.
You got to send some of your art to the studio. We'll put it
Yo,
on the wall.
I actually meant to bring a painting. I, like, forgot.
Rookie mistake, man.
Nah, man, because one of my bitches was holding on to it.
You can't blame someone else, man. You got to hold yourself accountable, you know?
Yeah,
But send it
you know.
over to the studio. We'll put it up.
Nah, I got you.
I
Most
appreciate you,
definitely.
brother.